Are you getting the most out of your Microsoft 365? Chances are you're just barely scratching the surface. Most businesses rely on Word, Excel, and Teams, but there's a whole world of other features frequently hidden and shortcuts that could supercharge your productivity. Today, I'm going to be uncovering the top Microsoft 365 tips and tricks to help you automate tasks, streamline your workflows, and make the most of what you already have and what you're already paying for. No extra software licenses required. Hello, everyone. I'm Michael Kinnett. I'm CEO and founder of iTernal Networks. And here at iTernal Networks, we believe in empowering others with the knowledge that they need to succeed. So every Friday, I go live on all of our socials to discuss different topics around technology and cybersecurity to help empower others. These live streams really are geared more towards small businesses to help them feel more confident in their knowledge about technology and cybersecurity. At iTernal Networks, we're dedicated to creating safe and secure environments for people to do what they love and to thrive in what they're passionate about. And staying educated on technology is a big part of making sure that your business is working as it should, so you can focus on what you love. At the end of the live stream, I'll be answering questions from the audience. So if you have any throughout this topic, just throw them in the comments and I'll pull those up at the end and review any of those. That being said, let's get on with our topic. Microsoft 365 offers far more than just email and Word documents. It's a full suite of collaboration, communication, storage, as well as some automation tools that are designed to help you and your business work smarter, not harder. So I want to break down some of what's available. I don't have time today to cover everything, and how you can make it work for you and for your team. Let's start off with Microsoft Teams. Microsoft Teams, you may think of it as a meeting app. Well, it's not just for meetings. Teams integrates chat, file sharing, project collaboration, and can integrate with many other third-party apps as well. You can create separate channels for departments. You can share files directly into chat. You can run full video calls and with shared agendas and notes. And all of this ties together in one location. My organization, my team, and we pretty much live in Microsoft Teams for almost all of our communication, as well as for sharing lots of information and data back and forth and collaborating on things within the company. And many of our clients do the same. All right, the next app. This is actually a double. This is OneDrive and SharePoint. You can't really talk about one without talking about the other. These are used for secure file storage and team collaboration. OneDrive is perfect for personal document access and is the application of choice for synchronizing files across the organization for shared drives. And SharePoint acts as that backend, that shared file hub that OneDrive integrates with. Together, they support secure remote work and seamless collaboration. And just these two tools, SharePoint especially, have so many features and benefits that are, my organization as well, hardly use many of the workflow automations that are built into that platform. Let's talk a little bit about Outlook. Outlook has been around for a very long time and it's evolved over the years. It's more than just email. Outlook's calendar, tasks, assignments, and scheduling features can help you and your team stay in sync. If you bundle it with Microsoft Bookings, also available in Microsoft 365, then you can do some even more time-saving automation. Bookings allows you to share links to your calendar with your clients, with prospects, with your colleagues, with others, to be able to schedule specific appointments with you and on your calendar. You can even integrate bookings and share it if let's say you're running a hair salon and you want to be able to allow your clients to schedule specific hair appointments or other things with your salon. You can share those with them as well. Microsoft Planner and Microsoft To Do. This is another dynamic duo that comes with your Microsoft 365. Simple yet powerful task management tools that integrate with each other. Planner is used for team task boards. If you're familiar with Kanban, it's a Kanban style board where you have different different columns and rows, and you can move cards back and forth between them and assign them to different people and use it for more for project management. And Microsoft To Do is more for personal checklists. These tools integrate with each other seamlessly, as well as with other tools within the Microsoft 365 ecosystem, so that any tasks assigned in Planner automatically show up on an individual's to-do on their personal checklist item. These tools reduce confusion and keep teams aligned. I also want to point out, you can even connect your Microsoft Outlook to your Microsoft To Do so that any flagged emails automatically show up in To Do. There's other sections of Microsoft 365 that integrate with that as well. Microsoft Loop, this one you may not have heard of before. This is a newer app that's been added into the Microsoft 365 suite that brings some additional collaboration components like live lists, tables, and notes. And it's designed to work right inside of all the other tools, inside of Teams, inside of Outlook, inside of Word, and other Publisher, Excel, etc. That allows for more real-time content updates across the platform. And it's really designed to do it in a way that's intuitive and easy to use. So if you haven't looked into Microsoft Loop, I highly recommend you check it out. All right, we've looked at some of the tools. Like I said, there's lots and lots of tools that are built into Microsoft 365, and we don't have time to cover them in one Friday live stream. But we've covered some of those and talked a little bit about what they are and how they work. So let's talk a little bit about some tips to kind of implement some of these things and get going. And I'm going to say the first thing you should do on your Microsoft 365, if you haven't already, make sure you have multi-factor authentication enabled and turned on. Keep your environment as secure as possible without sacrificing usability. What my recommendation, this is Microsoft's as well, to use the Microsoft Authenticator app so that it pushes a code to you and allows you to keep your access secure. All right, now let's get in a little bit more of probably what you're interested in, is some tips and tricks on how to use these apps and tools. I love this one. Make sure you're using @mentions in comments and chats to tag your teammates or groups of teammates directly. You can do this in Outlook on an email. You can do it inside of any document, any file. You can do it inside of Teams, in chats or in channels. And what this does is it highlights that comment and notifies that either user or group of users that, hey, they've been tagged in something, so that you can get faster response and so that you can make sure that they see the specific part that you're highlighting for them. I love using it in emails, and I don't only tag my teammates. I tag those that I'm emailing that are outside of my organization, where I can say, hey, @John, this part of the email is for you. This is what I need you to respond on. And then, hey, @Dana, this is what I need you with my internal team. So it's very clear to everybody who's responsible for which part. And that is across all of Microsoft 365 suite. All right, another tip here, shortcut. You can pin important documents. And you can do this in various different places. You can do it if you're using Windows and OneDrive, you can do it inside of OneDrive. You can pin those shortcuts to those highly used apps and places. You can do it inside of Teams, and you can pin conversations or comments to the top to keep those front and center. You can also pin favorite documents inside of Word or PowerPoint or Excel to keep those at the top. When you go to click open, you can pin those documents in there. So I have several documents pinned in each application that are documents that I go in, if not daily, weekly, or monthly, and I don't want to have to go and search for those. All right, another shortcut that's not used as often as I think it should is using templates in Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. Save time by building out a template for any repeat task. Then all you have to do is go in and fill in some of the information that's maybe changed over the last one and kind of speed up that document creation process. All right, I hinted at this earlier. I love doing this. I flag all of my emails in Microsoft Outlook and have them synchronized over to Microsoft To Do. You can also do this if you're using OneNote. We haven't talked about OneNote, but that's another app that's available in Microsoft 365. If you're typing notes as you're in meetings or at conferences or at random places, you can also tag those to show up in Microsoft To Do. And by bringing in all of those to-do reminders into one single location, you can make sure that you're not missing anything. All right, this is a little more of a power user one, but Power Automate is another app that's included in Microsoft 365 that allows you to automate tasks. You can automate approvals, notifications, file moves with built-in workflows. Here's a perfect example of this. I have a automation built so that whenever a specific email is received from a specific vendor with an attachment, that it automatically saves that attachment into the report folder in my OneDrive and SharePoint, so that I don't have to do that. And then it files that email away. Automatically done. Then I just have to go in and grab the report in that central repository where I know it'll be saved. And you can use this for lots of different things within the Microsoft ecosystem. Another tip here, you can use version history in Microsoft OneDrive. So if you make a change to a document and you're like, oh, shoot, I shouldn't have deleted that entire section. I need to be able to recover. Well, guess what? You can roll back changes using that version history in OneDrive. Any document that you're saving to OneDrive will automatically save as you're editing it. And you can go up to the top and you can roll back time and see what that document looked like in the past, and then restore that easily without losing any of your work. That is not only can be a time saver, but it can save you in many other ways as well. This is another one that's you kind of love it or you hate it. Outlook added a feature called Focused Inbox. This is a couple years ago they added it, that will automatically separate important emails from noise. I will say it's not perfect. You do have to train it some, but it can be very, very helpful. This is in the desktop version of Outlook as well as in the mobile version of Outlook. So those newsletters and other things automatically get separated out from the things that maybe are direct emails to you, not bulk, that most likely to be more important. And if you turn that on and are using it, and you find that it needs to be trained a little bit on which emails are important or not important, you can just right-click on those emails on your computer and say, make this one focused, or you can say send this one over to the unimportant category. So you can train it as you use it. All right, Microsoft has done an amazing job over the last 5 years of making sure that their apps appear the same on pretty much any app, any platform. So whether you're on Windows, whether you're on Mac OS, or whether you're on mobile, I highly recommend that you install Teams, OneDrive, and Office app on your phone and tablet so you can stay connected and while on the go. They should look very similar and feel very similar to those that you're familiar with on the web as well as on the desktop. All right, we're getting into a little more advanced stuff here as well. Microsoft 365 will allow you to integrate third-party apps into Microsoft Teams. Maybe you're using HubSpot as a CRM. Maybe you're using Trello as a project management platform. Maybe there's a calendar that's hosted somewhere else that you need to be able to see. Many of these can be embedded directly inside of Teams Workspace as a tab on the left, and many of them now have bots that allow you to interact with those applications directly inside of your Microsoft Teams as well. My last tip here, if you're an admin for your Microsoft 365, feel free to nose around and explore the admin center. You can monitor app usage, you can add licenses, as well as build out and enforce security policies all from one place. If you feel like you're already doing most of these things, you've already kind of mastered the basics with these apps and you'd like to step things up, some tips, some recommendations on where to go first on kind of the next steps. I already talked a little bit about Power Automate. Look at Power Automate. That should be probably one of the next things that you look at to work on where can you automate your routine? You want to turn it on for sorting emails, moving files, notifying staff of updates. All of that can be done through Power Automate and more. Quickly, I don't want to spend a ton of time on this, but Copilot, Microsoft Copilot is the new AI assistant that Microsoft includes in small part with Microsoft 365 that can help you to draft emails, summarize documents, and generate ideas. It's worth exploring if productivity is a priority, and maybe we can talk more about that later on. Another possibility with Microsoft is to use Teams as the platform for your phone calling as well. You can set it up as a unified communication platform to tie phone lines into Teams, eliminating having a separate phone system from your Microsoft Teams environment. You can use them all in one platform. And this one's probably my favorite, kind of more high-level feature is using the integration between Microsoft Entra ID and 365 with other applications, allowing for single sign-on to other apps with your Microsoft credentials. We turn this on wherever we can with our organization as well as with our clients for several reasons. One, it makes it easier for the end user, right? They don't have to have a password manager with all these different passwords saved and remember like, well, how do I log in over here, over there? You just click that login with Microsoft and you're logged in. Super, super easy. I also like it from a security perspective because if that user leaves, now we only have one account to disable. We disable their Microsoft and now they can't log in to any of those other single sign-on applications. So that's another feature I would say, if you're looking at something else to do, look at that because you can increase, how easy it is for your staff, but also make it a little bit more secure and a little bit easier to maintain if somebody does leave. So that's just some of our favorite tips and tricks with Microsoft 365. I guess the last one I'll just kind of close with is, if you're using 365 and you don't really know how much you're using it, go and look at the Admin Center, go to Viva Insights, where you can see usage, collaboration patterns, and you can identify productivity trends and possibly identify some areas that you could probably improve on, see which apps your team is using, which ones they're not using, and all of that can help you to tailor your trainings and really maximize the ROI on your investment in Microsoft 365. If you have questions around your Microsoft 365 that you don't feel you're able to answer on your own, and you'd like to work with a third-party provider such as iTernal Networks, please reach out to me. I'd love to answer any questions and help you reassess whether your technology is truly supporting your business goals. That's really the thing that I'm probably the most passionate about within our business is when I get to work with other business owners to uncover hidden productivity opportunities, improve their collaboration, and really empower their team to be more productive, more effective, more efficient with the tools that they already have. All right, let's see if we have any questions. Oh, I forgot to mention, if you'd like a copy of the transcript, that'll be linked below and in the comments as well. You can go see the blog post about this to kind of remind yourself of what we talked about. You can always rewatch this as well. All right, let's go down to questions and see if there's any questions from our live audience. I don't see any comments from the live audience. So I've got a question for you. Please feel free to answer this in the comments. Are you interested in me doing a future live stream training on Microsoft Copilot? I'm curious to know if that's a yes or no. Copilot is an add-on for Microsoft 365, and it is available as an add-on to any Microsoft 365 plan. There are certain components of Copilot that are included for free, basic things. To really get the full benefit of Copilot, you need to pay for that additional license. So I'm curious if you're interested in learning more about what Copilot can do for you and your organization. Post it in the comments and let us know, and we'll do a future training on that. We do have a blog post about Copilot. We'll throw that in the comments as well, so that you can go and check out that blog and see if that answers your questions. Thank you for joining today, whether you're watching live, whether you're watching after the fact. We appreciate you. If you found this information helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment with any questions or thoughts you might have. That really provides us feedback that helps us to make content that's more valuable to you. And don't forget to subscribe to our channels so that you don't miss any updates from us. Remember, knowledge is power, and we're here to help you navigate the sometimes crazy, sometimes exciting world of technology and cybersecurity. If you need any further assistance, you can always reach out to me through any of these social platforms you're watching us on, or visit our website at itnet.works. Have a good weekend, and we'll see you next week.